Yes, how to resolve. And so today I'm going to discuss how we're going to make peaceful coexistence of diverse people, particularly between Rakhine communities and Rohingya communities in Rakhine State. Then finally I'm going to propose one approach method to resolve the challenges. So that is why I selected today the title to be discussed is Peaceful Coexistence of Diverse Peoples. So to establish that peacefully coexistence between Rakhine communities and Rohingyas, we have to look three main facts. The first ones I give the name is challenges. We have to overcome to do peaceful coexistence. Second, same time we need concurrently to proceed trust building to the confidence build-up. Then the last one for the restoration of people established who are suffering now in Rakhine State.
Thank you.
So I just going to shortly briefs. So to get the sustainable solution for the issues of Rohingya peoples, we have to look at these three challenges. Without resolving and overcoming these three challenges, we are unable to get sustainable solutions. So also unable going to establish peaceful coexistence of these diverse people. The first challenge is everybody is denying historic presence of Rohingya in Arakan state and Burma. So we need to restore the historic presence of Rohingya in Myanmar now. This is one of the challenges. Second challenge is 1982 citizenship law, or otherwise for the operations of articles of 1982 citizenship law, Article 3, Article 4, Article 5, and Article 6. So the last one is retrospective effects. So this is we need to overcome for the peaceful coexistence, also sustainable solution of Rohingya issues. At the same time, we need to do trust building until to get that confidence built up. So we need to establish connection between these two diverse peoples. The last one is the restorations of IDP peoples. For the time being, we have problem to supply the humanitarian aids and also restrictions of access to supply the food to the IDP peoples. Some racist people are making problem not to supply and not to sell, not to buy. We have to address this one. Second, to prevent, we have three violence already happening in Rakhine State as well as in Burma. The first wave of violence happened in John Rakhine State. Second wave of violence also in September and October in Rakhine State. The third wave of violence erupted in Burma recently in Meghalaya states. But we need to prevent fourth wave of violence in near futures. To prevent that ones, definitely we need to take actions the people who are directly involved in previous third violence, regardless of their ethnicity, regardless of their superiority, regardless of their authorities. If we are hesitant, if governments are hesitant to take actions accordingly, we are not going to be able to stop future violence. That's why we need to address that one. Same time, we need to stop hate speech and also degrading speech. Hate speeches come from the society. We need to stop all distribution of leaflet against hate speech using the tools of religious faith and using the tools of racism, using the tool of epithets. We have to stop. Same time, we need to stop degrading speech came from the authorities. This is also one of the points not going to benefit establishments of peaceful coexistence among the diverse people of our country. Then also there are a lot of people are fleeing. Or same time we can say a lot of people are trafficking. Same time I can say a lot of people were expelled from their native lands. That is why we need to prevent expelling or fleeing people from the lands. Then we can maintain peace and stability in the region as well as in my country also. Then same time we need to protect civil rights of all human beings, whoever live in IDP as well as live in other areas. This is everybody's job to protect their rights as a human being, regardless of any recognized ethnic or not recognized ethnic. Make sure these people are living. They should have the land to live in the world, in every. The last one, for the time being, governments already provided temporary shelters for the IDP peoples far away from the towns and in Rakhine State to prevent the further violence. According to the local authority sources, we don't have objection for that. If to prevent the further violence, relocating these peoples far away from the downtown center is quite okay. But we need to provide facilities. Those people who are living in temporary IDP camp, like commercial center, education center, healthcare center, also other daily activities. Without just providing relocating these people in the temporary center from far away of commercial center is not going to be benefit. It can be feel the people segregations. This is going to affect again peaceful coexistence. Also very difficult to start up trust building without connection of these peoples. Another one is social economic life developments. Of course, it will be the short-term covering of survival of these peoples. We need to create their life sustain minimum to survive their daily survival process. We need to create them jobs, daily jobs. Then also we need to restore their professional fishing, farming, and swimming, etc. Without doing that, AIDS humanitarian cannot be resolved alone for peaceful coexistence. From there we have to come out trust-building connections from this, providing this type of center. Then another one is the resettlements. Because as per our authority, this is called temporary shelters provided just to prevent further violence against each other peoples. So finally we need to do resettlements. And after resettlements, we need to do for them rehabilitations. This thing is required to start a peaceful coexistence, but to get sustainable solution, we need to look into the political issues. We have two political issues for these peoples. One is the ethnic identifications. Second one is the full-fledged citizenship restorations. Without restorations of these political issues, we are unable to make peaceful coexistence for the long time and the last one. So that's why I would like to just to represent Rohingyas. Everybody are denying presence of Rohingyas here. Really, Rohingyas present in Arakan or Burma or not? I had to prove not based on the history. Based on the primary document, I will classify this thing into three stages. Before British coming into our country for the occupation in 1824, so Rohingyas presence was there or not? During the British time, it started from 1824 to 1948. How recorded during the British regimes for 100 years? Then we get independence in 1948. After getting independence, how our government recognized these Rohingya people as ethnic? Then a start of problem from where? That is why. So that's why I give the title. Second title is Rohingya belongs to Arakan, then Burma. Please participate to resolve the issues. I'm requesting to all international community who are working in any groups based on the reality. Then, so from this point, I'm just going to highlight 2 points. I'm not going to brief detail of descendant of Rohingya, just informing to all international community. We can see into the descendant of Rohingya based on 2 ways. One is the scientific research. Scientific research carried out by SRI organization incorporated with the United Nations Economic and Social Organization as well as with UNESCO including ISO 639-3. According to their research and scientific research, we can see the Rohingyas were descended from the Indo-European, then to Indo-Aryan, then become Indo-Iranian, then become Indo-Aryan. Among the Indo-Aryan groups, there are few zones categorized into. So these Rohingyas are under the Bengali Assamese zones, clearly mentioned on them. This is the scientific research. Then second one, based on the historical facts, Rohingyas were descendants of Indo-Aryan, converted into 8th century, become original Rohingyas. There were no assimilation with other religious people. Then these original Rohingyas were assimilated with Arab people in 8th century and also Persian people between 700 to 1500. Then again assimilated with Bengali Chittagonian peoples in 14th century to 17th century. Then with assimilated Mughal in 16th century and become assimilated Rohingya descendants. My point is, according to historic events as well as the scientific research, these assimilations were happened before 1823. Before 1823, according to our legal points, any ethnic people as have been settled within the territories of Burma prior to 1823 are our ethnic groups, and they are the full-fledged and automatic citizens of this country. So this is the point. So according to these classifications, this is the point. You can say ethnologue language, language of the walls. Then this ethnologue is incorporated with here. ISO 63, you can see, with these organizations. This is the latest version recently distributed, 2003. So from there you can see this language family. You can see here Indo-Europeans. Under the European, this is the peoples. So I'm going to highlight the Indo-European. From the Indo-European become Indo-Iranians. Under the Indo-Iryans become Indo-Aryan. Under the Indo-Aryans, there is so many zones. In the zones of Easterns, there is their notation also. They call Bengali Assamese zones. From there you can see Rohingyas, language of Myanmar. From this scientific research, we had to note another few points. One, that you see here Bengali, language of Bangladesh. You can see here Chamwa, language of Bangladesh. You can see here Chittagonians, language of Bangladesh. This is totally clarified. Rohingyas are different from Bengali, different from Chamwa, different from Chittagonians, based on the scientific research. Okay, this is the graph. There is a lot. I'm not going to give very details. Then there is scientific research. After this, from the historical events, just I'm going to refer one book. This is published in 1997 by Ministry of Defense of our country, very recently. The book is called Tatana Yongwaton, The Light of Sasana, The Light of Interface. The title of the books is yet to be translated in English. Just I would like to highlight. According to this publication by Ministry of Defense in 1997 clearly stated that Islam reached to the Burma 1,000 years ago or 1,200 years ago by individually or grouply. I started from chief Racket in Rambre Township in 87th century to 15th century. This official publication by Ministry of Defense. According to this publication by the Ministry of Defense in 1997, confirming Rohingyas present as an Islamic practice before 1820. We no need to prove 1,000 years living here. We no need to prove 100,000 years living here. We had to prove, according to our legal point, Rohingyas presence is before 1820, before British in. If before British in, these people are automatic ethnic group of this country, according to the 1982 Citizenship Law, Article 3. Clearly stated, national sizes, Rakhine, Burma, Kachin, Mon, Kaying, etc. An ethnic group who has been settled down within the territories of Burma prior to 1823 as a homeland is Burmese citizens. This is very clear to resolve, but people are making complicated. So according to these publications, you can see there also, in Rakhine state, see, there are madrasa, religious school, 12,000 plus, 1,200 something plus. Then also mosque, also, how much? 800 plus. Is these people are recently infiltrated from Bangladesh? How these 1,000 plus mosques were constructed? According to their report. These are only accusations and making instability in the regions. This is not reality. Then second ones, I would like, just now I said, Rohingyas already present before 1823 in Myanmar. That I would like to show few primary documents. Primary documents, this is the stone monuments erected in 8th century, translated by Oxford University in 1935 and 42. Later on translated by Dr. Pamela Gatman from the National University of Australia. According to this translation, the dialect written in the stone monument in 8th century is totally same and similar to the Rohingya language, totally different to the Rakhine language. If those time, not descendants of these people were there, by King Ananda Sandra, 96th king of Rakhine state in Wedali, erected these stone monuments. These are primary documents, this is not history, it's undeniable. Second primary documents I would like to refer is Asiatic Research Volume 5, published in 1799. According to Asiatic Research Volume 5, publication in 1799, clearly stated Rohingyas are native of Arakan. He also gave differentiation dialogue among the Rohingyas, the people who faith in Islam, then also the people who faith in Hinduism called Ruswan, then also Bangsas. From there clearly we can see Ruswans, Bangsa called Chittaguni are different from Rohingyas. Another primary document I am going to refer is Classical Journey, published in 1811 in London. According to this classical journey clearly stated Rohingyas are native of Arakan. Another primary document so published in 1815 in Berlin, Germany, in the language of Germany. That publication clearly confirmed Rohingyas ethnically present in Afghanistan before 1823. Then another one, the last reference is the Account of Burma Empire by Henry G. Bell, published in 1852. This is the works of collections of compilations of Colonel Simons, compilations of Majors Canine, compilations of Captain Cox, compilations of Dr. Leidens, compilations of Dr. Francis. Based on that, this is conformist. Rohingyas are native people of Arakan. Those times they were identified as Rohingyas. Just I would like to show now documents. You can see from this document, this is erected in 8th century by King Ananda Sandrai in Rakhine State, translated by Oxford University in 35 to 42. There is a lot of scholars who are translated these stone monuments. Then, according to stone monuments, I will refer to bases 4. This is the original bases in the stone monuments. This is the Rohingya language. This is the Rakhine language. This is in English. You can see jagats. Rohingya also called jagats. Rakhine called kaba. In English called walls. That's mean bases dialect is different, same and similar to Rohingya, totally different too. Then another one I would like to point out the numericals. You can see here. For example, numerical in verses 7. This is the verses text, this is the Rohingyas. So 1, in English called ones, in Rakhine called tai, in Rohingya called ek, verses also called ek. This is the undeniable. There is a notes of translator. This translator, Oxford University, say we are not Rohingya. That is why we cannot write the whole sentence translation. Just we try to translate words by words. You can see. Then again, this is the agentic research published in 1799 by agentic society. According to this publication, you see, there is the peoples spoken by Mohammedan who have been long settled in Arkan and who call themselves Rohingyas, native of Arkan, clearly stated there. Then another, this is the, also you can see, he also give differentiations of dialects. This is the Rohingyas, this is the Ruswans, this is the Bangsa. For example, sun in English, how Rohingya say bells, how Ruswan say soldiers, how Bangsa say here. So from there we can see clearly differentiations. People are worried how we're going to differentiate Rohingya and Bengali because they are apparently same. But scientific researchers already developed the methods. Just to apply that one, we need grant from the authorities to work out for this. Okay, this is the classical journals published in 1811. According to this classical journal, also you can see here, Rohingyas, Ruswang, Bangsas, in other Assams, ethnic people is here, giving their songs, dialects. Also, I would like to highlight another here. Because there is a lot of reference, this journal is referring to say that once. You can see. Rohingya, Roswan, Bangsa, and so on, so on, so on. So that's all references. According to them, this is also confirmed. Then another one is the index. You can see published in 1815 in Germany in the name of vocabulary. According to this publication, also you can see Rohingya, Rusang, and Alab. So clear. This is another documents. Burman Empire compiled works of the this narrated and published by the General Hebel in 1852. According to this book in page 65, you can see here clearly. This is the definition of Rakhine state on those times who people are earliest people of there, Hindus of Bengal, also related to Rohingya is here. You can see. Mohammedans who have been long settlers in the country call themselves Rohingyas, native of Arkhams. That is means regarding to these all primary documents confirming Rohingya as in the name of identifications of Rohingyas were present there before 1823 British coming. we had to look another 4 census period during the British time, how they identify these peoples. There is